What's going on? iQuitDrugz here, and for today's video is a storytelling video. Now this story, I actually didn't even remember till I really thought about it, and then I thought that this would be a perfect video. This story takes place about 3 years ago when I was a sophomore in high school, or grade 10. So this story is basically the story of how I cussed out a teacher at my school, being in grade 10, 15, 16 years old. Now I have to give a bit of a backstory in order for this all to make sense. So, right at the front of my school, the foyer, everybody kind of hangs out there if they're not really trying to go to class or do any of their work. So there was probably a bunch of people hanging out there, and there was just one teacher who always just likes to stand there, and he just loves giving kids shit, like get to class, even though he has really no authority over anybody. So he was just doing that, and I was just like, don't listen to this guy. Like, he was trying to tell my friend to go to class, and we were just hanging out, and I said, honestly bro, don't listen to this guy's a moron. And after that, the teacher kind of fucks off for a bit. He goes do some laps around the school elsewhere on the first floor to see if there's any other kids just hanging out, not doing their work or going to class. So then I decide, you know what, I'm sick of this, like I just want to go out for a smoke, because I was smoking cigarettes at the time. So I was having a smoke, just chatting with some people out front, you know, minding my own business. I wasn't even doing anything wrong at this point. And then this teacher, same guy, comes outside, and he's basically just standing there. He's not even saying anything, which makes it really weird and awkward. Like, I was honestly a shit disturber. I was 16 or 15 at the time. I really didn't give a fuck what this guy was actually telling me, or like asking me to do. He kept telling me, go to class, go to class. Then I just got fed up with this guy again, so I ended up walking down to the sidewalk by this little bus shelter where other people hung out, and then I thought that he would just fuck off. But he still didn't just leave me alone. So I got annoyed at this point. Like, I was trying to just enjoy my cigarette, and I had no intentions of going to class. I really didn't. But like, the least you could do is just fuck off and let me enjoy my smoke. So I just got so pissed off, and I'm just like, you know what? Stop acting like Paul Blart Mall Cop. Like, I didn't swear at him at this point, but I said stop acting like Paul Blart Mall Cop. And if you get the reference, it's just basically like him having no authority. He's just a mall cop. I was just like, you just do nothing. You have nothing better to do than just come patrol around the foyer and come outside and tell people to go to class. Like, you actually piss me off. I said that to him. And at this point, the teacher really didn't know what to say. So he fucked off. And I'm just finishing up my cigarette a little faster now. I'm like about like 2/3 done. So then I end up deciding I want to go to class. You know what, I have nothing better to do. Everybody else already fucked off and they're already inside, already at class or doing something else. I don't want to be bored outside smoking a bunch of cigarettes on myself. That's fucking boring as fuck. So I go to class, and I think all is well now. I haven't gotten shit. I wasn't really doing anything too wrong to the teacher, just poking fun at him a little bit, calling him Paul Blart and whatnot. And then the period ends, so no problems. So I decided I want to go out for another cigarette. Now, in between each class, we got like 3 minutes to transfer from class to class. And that's not actually even that much time. I took maybe like 7 to 20 minutes just chilling out front, smoking cigarettes and talking to people, socializing. I didn't really go to class that much. So I ended up just walking through the same foyer at the front because that's the most direct way to go to the smoker's pit. And the same guy's there again. And he's pulling the same exact shit again. It was like deja vu. Keeps doing the same shit that he was doing before. So I call him out again, calling him Paul Blart, telling him he has no authority whatsoever. And then he ends up just going away. I said some other shit to him, I can't really remember. And then the VP comes out. And he comes and talks to me. I'm still smoking my cigarette. And he walks me to like the bottom of the sidewalk, so it's away from everybody else. I guess he thought that I'd get embarrassed since he's talking to me. And I didn't really give a fuck. I was a shit disturber, like I said. So he's talking to me, he's like, listen Thomas, you can't be saying that shit, and you just can't be disrespecting teachers like that. So I was like, okay, you know what, I respect you, so I'm gonna listen to you. So I was respecting him, listening to him, like I wasn't like interrupting or being rude at all. And he's told me, you know what, just finish your cigarette and then you can go to class. So he actually waited for me to finish my cigarette. Like, he didn't want me, like, fucking off or doing anything else, or pulling any dumb shit. So we waited for me to finish my cigarette. And all is well at this point. I finished my cigarette, and then I guess he was talking to some other student, and then we're both walking in to the school together at this point. Now, conveniently, For some reason, this same teacher kind of knew what was happening and knew I'd be coming through the store because he was standing right there and he was like laughing at me or something. So I was like, you know what, I'm fucking done with this guy. I fucking snapped for some reason. I said, hey Dave, how's it going, cocksucker? And then something clicked in my brain, like, holy shit, I can't believe I just said that. Like, I'm gonna get indefinite shit now. Like, I said that to a teacher in front of the vice principal. How dumb am I? So then after that, the VP basically pulls me in his office, and we have a quite lengthy conversation. I think he pulled in my mom. I can't really remember. And I got in a considerable amount of shit. I mean, you can't just say that to a teacher in front of the vice principal. Like, it's like, I don't think you'd even get away with that, just saying that to the teacher without the vice principal.